Hi, I'm Julie Rawson from Many Hands Organic Farm in Barre, Massachusetts, and I want to talk to you today about cover cropping, especially pre-season. Cover crops are a good thing to put down whenever you can during the season. Oats are particularly nice, which we're using today because they actually kind of fumigate the soil in a way. They really help kill some soil-borne diseases and pathogens and such. The reason we plant them now, which is today's the 30th of April, around the 30th of March, sorry, around the 1st of April, is because they are a cold season crop and they will take off quickly. Your more typical weeds like galansoga and lamb's quarters and pigweed and things like that aren't going to germinate until late April, early May. And if we have a nice crop of oats growing in here, it'll kind of make it difficult for them to come up. So what we'll do is put these, we're gonna just going to broadcast them today, and that's what Claire is doing right now. And then let them grow out, and then before we start putting in our summer crops, this is gonna be summer squash and some peppers and things like that that are gonna probably wanna go in around the 1st of June. So it's 2 months that these have to grow, but at about 6 weeks, we'll probably come through, maybe at 5 weeks, come through and perhaps mow if necessary, but otherwise just put a black silage tarp on this to kill the oats, and then we'll come in and dig holes for our summer crops that are going to be going in here. So one of the ideas of having a very functional and carbon sequestering and, really happy and fertile farm is to have as much green growing in a place as much as possible, as long as possible in the year. And oats are particularly good for that, in that they are something that you can put in early. And like I said, they're good at fumigating the soil, and they do marvelous things to help build the soil structure. We're thinking about one of the reasons we want to have these plants in the ground as soon as possible is because the microbes that live in the soil have been feasting on, in this case we don't have any roots in here. We have some yellow dot coming up right here, all these nice little red plants, and they will certainly eat around, work their magic around these yellow dot plants. It's nice to have perennials in the system, but we don't have much else over this section. This was an area that last fall, in November, we ran our pigs through here to add more fertility, a hog manure essentially, to add fertility. And they came through and did a lot of rooting and eating up of roots and whatever they could find, grubs and such too. So sometimes we have to choose, do we want to manure a field with animals, build that fertility, or would we rather just leave it in a green cover that will continue to be adding fertility in other ways. This is one of the things we do here, is to mix and match with as much in the way of cover crops and animals on pasture as possible. So we're looking forward to